If I had to summarize my research interests in a sentence, I would say I have an interest in understanding how computers relate to people and society. Particularly, if you look to the far right on your screen there, when I first started studying computer science, I was studying machine morality. Some people claim that they can program ethical decisions in computers. And if that's the case, then can machines sin? Can machines go against their ethical programming? And can they face ethical dilemmas? Then the question asks, if they do, or it begs the question, if they do face these ethical dilemmas, how do they resolve them? And I suggest a tool called fuzzy ethics, literally using fuzzy logic to resolve ethical dilemmas. So that's some early work there. And below on your screen here, you'll see a comment on information security. It's actually a long lecture, I guess it was, presentation about basically fear at any cost. I do not understand why information security people don't use dollar figures when they're presenting their research. If we don't know how much a security problem costs us in dollars, what's the point of spending dollars to research it? We really need to know how big the problem is and also how much money the solution will save us. So that's a long lecture, but it's a good lecture. Hopefully you enjoy that one. And then in the middle of the screen you'll see some of my current work, which is basically digital imaging and sign language to text translation. What I'm trying to do is figure out a mathematical model that will translate sign language, A, B, C, D, and so forth, into text, and then take that text and make it audible. So a deaf person could literally go to a drive-through window and sign into the phone, their smartphone, and it would audibly make their order. And they could also listen, or the phone would be able to hear what the clerk in the McDonald's says, and says, "Do you want fries with that?" He can answer back and forth in short sentences. That's the goal. So that's the first one is to find a mathematical model, and then the second one is to be able to implement that on a smartphone, a mobile device. So we'll see how that goes. Last semester I was able to get from 8% accuracy to 35% accuracy, but it's still a long ways from being ready for prime time. Anyway, that summarizes my research. If you want to see more detail about the particular topics I just said, check out the videos.